4 years ago, when the pandemic had kind of just died down, everyone started going back to school, and so did I. I was in year 8 at this point, and one day my friend was sick. Because of COVID, he got COVID and he was sick. Because he was my only friend at that point, I decided to branch out and make a new friend. And only a week after knowing this friend, he told me what and mass. And I remember my very first. It was when I was in the shower and without any, I just busted a nut. And then I crossed my brain. I was like, what if I just started watching it? And then forward from that day, for the past 2.5 years, I was hooked. I was addicted to it. And I was so addicted to, in fact, that I started busting maybe 1 or 2 nuts every single day, which if you didn't know, at 13 years old, that is just not healthy for you at all. And this addiction kind of carried on from about halfway of 2022, when I was kind of at an all-time low, and I was, I guess, sort of depressed, you could say, because a lot of things had happened in my personal life. I lost of my closest friends, and I was just like not feeling it. And even though my addiction had carried that on that long, I was still sort of hooked onto it. Like every now and then I would just check out the website, and then I'd get an urge and go on to bust a nut. I don't want to get demonetized here or anything, so I'm just gonna try and keep this as PG as possible. And this addiction, even though I kind of stopped halfway from 2022, I had gotten sick later in November of 2022, probably the worst I'd ever felt during sickness. Also, during that week when I was really sick, I had an infection. It was my grandma's 60th birthday. And I had to miss it because I was sick, I had an infection, I didn't want to get anyone else sick. And because of it, I felt really, really guilty. And then a thought had crossed my mind. I just gotta release it. I gotta let an urge out. So, that day, I had relapsed 8 times. 8 times in a single day, just because I felt guilty about missing my grandma's 60th birthday. And I felt like, if I just get this off, this will release a lot of the stress and guilt I have. I still feel guilty and weird talking about this now. And in only a week after that day, I had realized that this was an addiction, and I needed to start watching and ejaculating so fucking much. And did I only properly stop till about halfway of 2023, like April 2023, because I had gotten into a relationship with said person that I'm no longer in a relationship with now. And that relationship lasted about 6 months. And I think it's because of the fact that I had a girlfriend just made me stop watching, because I feel like I just had a partner, so I didn't feel the need to. And then in October, me and my partner broke up, and I had so many fucking urges to just go back to that website and ejaculate, but I didn't. This time I stopped myself and said if I did, it would become an addiction again, and it would only stop if I got into another relationship. And around this time is when I discovered NoFap, which is no pornography. And I also discovered cold showers. I had heard about cold showers at this point. I didn't really discover them, I had heard about them. But I had discovered NoFap. And ever since that day, I haven't watched. And I am like a year clean right now. It is an addiction. Not many people realize how it is an addiction. It really is. And it can really affect your life negatively, like it did with me. I still feel guilty talking about this and about everything that I did with it. But I'm kind of at that point where I can talk about this and be like, that was the old me. I'm changed, I'm new. I can finally move on from that and realize I made mistakes. If you have an addiction or are only trying to pass the addiction, I want you to realize every time you get an urge, it is not an urge to watch porn, it is a burst of energy and dopamine. Now, instead of watching, I want you to either go do push-ups, as many push-ups as you can, till you fall on the ground and can't physically do any more. Or 2, take a cold shower and then do push-ups. Or 3, just go outside and go for a walk. If you're just using that energy that God has given you to watch porn, I hope this video made someone realize that they have an addiction, or that they want to break free of this addiction because it's negatively affecting their life. Now, that's been me, Unbreakable Stuff. I hope you have the great rest of your day, and see you.